Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
Why? Because it's so important that you know who we are. That's why. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be something new, something sweet, something special, something different. I'm going to introduce myself first, as I just came on so rudely and didn't say anything, but a lot of you know who I am. My name is Kay Renee, and I am starting a brand new segment, a brand new show with someone I find that is very special and dear and near to my heart. Not only just my heart, but my childhood. You do not understand. When I talk about things that deal with Washington and how I grew up, don't nobody know me better than my mother and this lady right here that has joined us today. Again, for those of you that are new, I am Kay Renee. I am the hostess with the mostest, and I have a whole bunch of other different things that's over on my page, and you can go and get familiar with this, but this is something new, and it's a nice little way of introducing you all to my good friend, my best friend, my sister, which I can't say from another mister, because we're all from like another mister, but I couldn't find anything to really rhyme with it. But I want to introduce you all to my friend. This is Miss Amanda A. So give her snaps, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
I don't have any I don't have anything. I don't have any websites. I don't have any podcasts to link you to. I'm new here. Let's go.
Welcome. I can welcome you in like a AA meeting. It's nice to meet you, Amanda. Thank you for joining us today. And we are here to just basically get to know who you are, who we are as a team, as a connection, as a friendship. Let me tell you, you don't know about friendship until you had somebody you've been friends with for 36 plus years. Okay. We met. It doesn't even matter. It was in 1989. I'm going to tell you anyway.
We never run out of shit to talk about. Never.
Never. We're bringing you something different, which is something because we are basically two women that are in our mid-age. Yes, mid-age. Okay. And we look fucking fabulous for it. But who else to share nostalgia, memories, and be able to talk about the current shit going on and be able to take all of you down a memory lane of thoughts and good things and good times that we all probably have encountered and have shared. And I'm telling you right now, if you have never laughed so hard in your life, well, maybe you have watching some movies or whatever, this is where you want to be. Okay, this is where you want to be, because we're going to keep you entertained, but we're also going to educate you. And then we're going to talk about shit, that bothers us and things that we just basically can't deal with anymore. And, things that you probably have been thinking about as well. And we are welcome you all in to join the conversation, chat with us. Definitely leave your comments and your feedback. You can always find me here. This is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and like so that you can be alerted when all the content drops. And I want you to go back and check out other shit that I've already put up. So with all that being said, my friend is on the West Coast. What? West Coast? She's over there. We're 3 hours apart. So you get it if you were good with geography and all those other things, and you know how the time zones work. Okay. So it's 3 hours. It's, what is it you said, honey?
It's still very light out here. Right. It's middle of the day.
Yes, it is. It's 4:08. And it's 7:08. It's light out, but you can't tell because the banners block everything, because I think I'm a fucking vampire. So I just like everything to be dark. Light. I need it to be dark. My room's dark. I gotta fall asleep in darkness across the land. I have to be in dark, but I know the sun is still out, and that's cool, but I don't care. I'm not going anywhere, so I don't need to keep it, it's fine. But yes, it's today. Holy shit, Batman. Today's the first day of summer.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, seriously, we are summer solstice today. Today marks the first day of summer. And I'm telling you, how's the weather there where you are?
You know, today we finally got some rain. It's
Okay.
been sunny, but it's been very mild. It's been typical.
Really?
Like last couple of years, we've been getting these heat waves real early, but that didn't happen this year, and it's kind of nice. But I mean, it's surprising because I was not
Okay.
expecting it. But it's just so mild. It's like it's seriously like 55 max at night, and it,
Okay.
it
That's
barely hits
beautiful.
70 during the day. And that's where I'm at. So look, specifically, I'm on an island. I'm on Camano Island. It's like a little microclimate here. So like if you go to like Seattle, an hour south, or if you go up to Bellingham, an hour north, it's a lot warmer. So I mean they're hitting 80 degrees some days there. So typical summer there, but it's nice and cool, easy breezy here. Easy
Really?
breezy. Hmm.
Yeah. So right now, Amanda, it is 87 degrees here, but the heat index makes it feel like it's 90.
And you got the humidity.
And the humidity, which the
Yeah.
humidity is, did it tell me? I thought it said something about it. Maybe I missed it. It doesn't matter because tomorrow it's just going to get hotter. And Monday it's going to be 100 degrees. And Tuesday it's going to be about the same. And it's just getting nasty here. So again, I miss the temperatures at night in Washington where you just don't need the air conditioner. Like you can get a nice breeze that could catch through the window. Not here. You're on air conditioner or the ceiling fan or both of them, depending on where you are, especially the further you go upstairs in the house, the hotter it is.
And it just colors all your decisions. You're like, oh, do I really want to go to the store, or, wherever the hell, to leave the house at all? Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the summer and I look forward to it every year. But I am not gonna lie, that this the heat. I can't do the heat, and that's why I live here. I'm not trying to be a complaining person in the wrong climate. Like I've lived in Las Vegas, hated it, hated it. I lived in Anchorage, Alaska. It was the opposite. Hated that too. Like everywhere I lived, I learned how much I just love it here, and I just come back here. This is
Yeah.
perfect. And global warming's just giving us a little more flavor.
Oh, it's spicy. Global warming is not to be fucking played with. It is
But so far so
spicy.
good. And I'm knocking on the wood next to me right here. There's been no like forest fire mayhem. That's really we pretty often will get forest fire air pollution.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it just comes out of the blue on a nice summer day, either from Canada or Oregon or sometimes from Eastern Washington. So that's our main thing now with the global warming, or whatever, is the forest fires.
And the smoke
And that
that
was
comes
never
from the
happening when we
forest.
were growing up. I don't remember that. And now you just
No,
wake up one day and it'll be real, real thick, and the sun will be like bright orange, and it looks like black hole sun and shit in the sky. And
remember the last time I was
it's
there?
pretty common now. That's the only thing that's kind of shitty. Yeah.
Last time I was there, that's exactly what I had experienced. It was the forest fires
That's
were
right. It
were
was terrible. It was terrible.
the
It was
the
actually,
air.
there was ashes on the cars. I just remembered when we woke up. Like it was,
Yeah.
yeah, like, yeah.
And when I drove away from your house off the island to come up to Everett, and it just looked like it was just snowing ashes in the fucking sky. I was like, this
That
is
was
so
pretty
crazy.
dramatic.
It was very dramatic.
And
Very.
it wasn't, they were saying there was all these warnings, like you weren't supposed to be outside at all. Remember? And you're like, I gotta get from A to B.
I gotta go. Like I still gotta go there. I gotta get there. Like I have a whole outing thing that's going on, which was
Yeah.
fucking crazy. But anyway, not that story.
You know what? Next time you come, I have this fantasy of you bringing Khalil and the three of us going to the fucking science center.
Dude, the science center without pissing our pants this time. That would be fucking great. Even though we're in our mid-40s.
We go in this maze, right? I don't even remember why is the maze there. I don't remember what the purpose of the maze was. Like, or just a maze there, like what the deal was, but we're in this human maze. And it's just like fun times, right? You're like, there's kids going in here. Like, it can't be.
What could go wrong?
Right. And then we're like, you know, I have to go to the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. We figure out we have to go to the bathroom. And we're actually seem to be lost.
In a fucking maze. In a maze.
We're like, wait a minute. I honestly don't remember what we were laughing about. Maybe it was just the fact that we couldn't find a bathroom. I have no idea what we were laughing about. Well, we got fucking laughing so hard that we both peed our pants in unison, simultaneously.
I think we were laughing because we couldn't get the fuck out of the maze because we were still lost. And we were, it was so, but still kind of nerve-wracking at a sense to where it was like, we still have got to, because I have got to go to the bathroom. There were no Kegel exercises. What the fuck are Kegels? No one knows about.
I peed my pants. And you go, oh shit, I think I did too. And then we're checking each other. And it's like, oh yeah, it shows. Like, it's not. And we're trying to get out of there without getting seen.
Which it can be fully visually seen of this piss stain, like, and we tried to hide it with the tying shirts around. Like, your mother was so like, I can't fucking understand. I don't. Now, mind you, people, we're not close to home at the Science Center. This is a 45-minute easy ride to get back home with pissing pants.
Not only that, but jeans. Like,
jeans.
You were wearing your leather front jeans, your red leather front jeans.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember we were not young either. You were 13 and I was 15. We were old
enough.
That's
what I'm talking.
This happened.
There's
and
no
not
way.
Old enough for incontinence to be an issue either.
No, exactly. No control, no bladder control, nothing. Like I said, no Kegel exercises to do what? You want me to do what? I can't do it. There's no way I can do it. I can't hold it anymore. I don't know why we did that.
It's one of my funniest memories. Like, just thinking about it makes my face hurt from the laughing. Like, the kind of laughing you get when you take mushrooms and you're just like, it's been several hours and you're like, how many more hours is it going to be? Because I can't stop smiling and my face hurts.
You're sitting there like the Joker from Batman, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
It's all
and you can't stop.
You can't. You can't stop smiling. It's like, what was it, Pringles? Once you pop, you can't stop. You couldn't stop. Oh man. Good old day, man. Good days. So like,
we had a lot of fun that day.
And, we did. We had a great time. And you guys, we also, for anyone that's familiar with, of course, the Neverending Story, we were very heavy into it. And so we wanted to get crystals, which represented to us the Orin, you know the Orin that's on the front of the book. I don't
know
either.
how we made that correlation.
I don't either. It's not even the same shaping.
It was because back in the day before Etsy, before you could go online and find an actual fucking Orin pendant,
Right.
back when we had to be creative and make believe.
Yeah.
When we would do make believe and it was free.
What? All day,
Yeah.
free, all day.
And before
You
the
like-
days of cameras, when they might have had us on camera pissing our pants.
They're like, get him out of here. Get him out of here. There's teams.
And they're like selling snapshots at the end of the ride. Do you want a picture of yourself? I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, not at all. But the funny thing is, even being a teenager with pissy ass pants, we just still did not care because it was something we shared together. And we were so cool about it. We had our crystals. We didn't give a fuck. We did not care. We were like, oh, well, I'll change when I get home. I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, but we can't stop anywhere either. Like, we've just got to go straight home. Don't collect $200. Just go straight to jail.
And it's all fun and games till it gets cold, and then you just need to go home.
Yeah, you need a whole bath, shower. You need to just go soak in Lake Minnetonka. Just get yourself back together, But that's funny. Speaking of which we are into summer, which summer is today. Summer brings good feelings. It brings good things for us. You've been picking a whole plethora of strawberries. I think blessings from the strawberry full moon that came, like, what was that, last week or so? Like, you have like enough where you can sell them in like baskets.
I could take just the pretty ones and I did that for like I brought some to my acupuncturist, like I pick out some of the perfect ones. I could. And but we're just like basking in the abundance of it and just like enjoying being able to eat as much as you want and knowing that you grew it and you didn't have to pay for it and where it's been. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not like I wonder who touched this, who sneezed on this, how moldy this is, when it was picked. Did it fall off the truck and they put it back in the basket? I don't know what happened to this before I got it. But when I grow it, it's just like, it's amazing, Yeah. And I've actually been able to freeze 2.5 gallons so far.
That's awesome.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm probably just going to throw them in smoothies, which is kind of a shame in a way. I'm like, they're so perfect, but I'm not going to make jam because I don't eat sugar, which sucks. So I'm not really going to make jam or anything fun.
You're
like
I don't really need that. Yeah.
That's what my mom would do.
Of course she would have.
Freeze all the different stuff, and then when she would get enough of it, she would make the jam. Or
she would have definitely jammed it.
Get the whole flat of it. Dead right,
yeah.
As she would say. Dead right. And then make something out of it that day.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Uh-oh. Look at a bright light.
Okay.
I don't know. Somebody told me that once, and it sometimes helps.
It worked though. Instead of sneezing, I coughed. So that worked. That's cool.
Okay. Okay.
Huh?
I said, all right.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So I'll take the cough instead of sneeze. Sometimes sneezing is just not my good thing anymore. I just can't take it. Speaking of which, because it is summer, and you were talking as a reference to the garden, I have a lot of lettuce. I have so much lettuce, like it's like the song, I have so much love to give. I want people. Yeah, I'm eating it, but still it's, it's grown and growing. We've had all that rain.
Your experience? Are you loving it? Are you loving the flavor and the freshness?
I do. And you can taste the difference of the freshness in it. Definitely has that. So what
so good on a sandwich, whatever.
Yeah. I've been adding lettuce and spinach to like wheat wraps, doing stuff like mixing them together, or salad, which I found a really good dressing. Oh, Amanda, speaking of fucking dressing, I can't do Caesar dressing anymore. I have to do the light Caesar dressing. You
What
know, for
happened?
whatever reason, in my pothead mind,
Mhm.
I just knew maybe I tried to trick and psych myself out. And I was like, yeah, this is cheese. It's a cheese dressing. It is mayonnaise based. And I did not put that together that it's mayonnaise based dressing. And I don't like mayonnaise, but for whatever reason, when I was sold onto trying Caesar salads years ago, it's a cheese dressing. See, this is what motherfuckers were telling me. It's a cheese dressing. You know, you like cheese, and I was like, yeah. So
And it
it's
may or
one of
may
them.
not have crushed anchovies with a little bone.
Man. So now, if I get or make a Caesar salad, I have an Italian dressing that I use, a zesty Italian. And then the place that I really like their salads, they have a lemon Italian. I've never seen, what is it? No, golden Italian. That's what it's called. And I think it's used with more lemon flavor to it to make it more tangy. So I was like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try that. Yeah, I want to try it. So
You're
anyway,
evolving, you know, that was your Caesar salad stage. It served you while it did. And
it did.
but that's
It
that's what gardening does, is it gives you that little nudge that pushes you in a different direction,
right,
um, with your cooking. Because you know, you have to address what's happening outside. It's not a supermarket. Like, you go out there and you don't know what's you don't know what's going to be happening from day to day. You know, this one thing that you were hoping for, maybe it died, but
right,
this other thing's growing 3 times faster than you expected. So you're constantly adjusting your like what you're doing in the kitchen
right,
with what's
right,
happening in the garden.
right.
And
Exactly,
you know that
man.
those fresh greens from your garden aren't necessarily going to go with a really heavy dressing like a Caesar anyway. Like Caesar, they serve it with romaine because
Hmm.
romaine is very crunchy and very robust.
Right, right.
But the
Okay.
lettuce you're growing outside is probably very delicate,
It's yeah, it's
right?
butter lettuce.
Yes, and the butter lettuce is better with lighter dressings that are more oil based and less creamy. So that you just adjusting, you know, with what's available and with your age and with your taste.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's good, and that's
So
good for
that's and I'm
Khalil to
cool.
see too. Like, to see you adjusting to that, like he'll learn what his tastes are a little better and more
Yes.
geared towards like the healthy direction because he's at that age where he's, you know, just all chicken nuggets, right?
You know, it's that, but he actually he seems to eat a little bit more thing like he eats more like his palate's more different. Like he has more of a broader palate than I do. Like he likes other different seafoods, but he's not a big
Oh,
meat
right, that's
eater.
right. But he doesn't
Yeah.
get it with you very often, so he probably eats that out when he's out with other people.
Yes, and I try to buy it for him, like just to see, like to kind of switch it up for him at times. But I think he's trying to be considerate. Like I don't need her to be making two different meals or whatever. And sometimes I just swing him into my stuff. Like you're gonna eat this today, and this is what we're gonna be with it, and that's that. You know, like don't make me go back to 1979 and be like, look, there were not options. It was what it was, and this is what you're gonna eat. So other than that. Yeah, he doesn't get too many ultimatums, and it's going to be A or B. It's A, it's air sandwiches, or B, you eat what I cooked. That's it. And what I buy also, like the different type of snacks, like he's away from cookies. Like he doesn't really deal with like snacks like you would think. Like Halloween candy sits here for months. I mean, months. It's just
Wow.
on the table. He doesn't even like he doesn't care for it, and I'm so happy about that. Like we don't deal with cavities when we go to the dentist, you know, like we're good on that end. And I think it comes from just how I raised him, you know, not giving him all that
That's
sugary
right.
shit early
No,
when he was young.
you and I were junkies. We were raised in that era where whew, we just be walking to the 7-Eleven and spend whatever's in your pocket on sugar, you know? And then we just sail on through the rest of the day, like high as fuck on sugar. So that's great. Because
Yeah.
I consider myself a sugar addict, like it's AA. Like I don't eat sugar, but I consider myself an addict. And I know the reason I don't eat it is because just a little bit, man.
It's a
I
little
can't,
bit.
that whole bullshit with like just have a moderation, like just a
Yeah.
little bit. I cannot have just a little bit.
Right.
No,
Right.
no. Is it good? Well, then I want more. That's how that works.
Yes. Willy Wonka. Yes. I want more.
But luckily, as you've mentioned before, a lot of the candy just doesn't taste the same. I'm sure they've changed some of it, but as
Yeah.
our palates have matured, it's a lot of it's just not as tempting, really. Because
Hmm.
when you do finally get it in your mouth, take a little taste, it's like, woo, this is not how I remember it, and this is actually kind of disgusting. So for me, the temptations are a little different. Like I'll look at the candy and I'll feel nostalgic for it,
Hmm. Hmm.
but the temptations are more like a dark chocolate bar or like homemade cake, like more
Yeah.
adult shit.
Right. Right. The simple pleasure of just something simple.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to the braces, getting the fuck off, man. That's it. That's it. I found out
Yeah. So what's
also.
going on with that? Like you had mentioned you were trying to like maybe it was a money thing, but really now it's the dentist is like being a little extra.
So basically, she's fucking anal. She's like,
Yeah.
she's a perfectionist, and I
Yeah.
get it. And so did you get the screenshot of the picture I showed you with the comparison of the teeth and how I showed you that little small fucking gap that was open and then to the point it's closed?
Oh, I don't think you sent me those.
I sent it. You might not have got it. It might not have went through, but
Okay. I don't
it's
remember.
closed.
It could have happened. It's possible. Not calling you wrong.
It's closed now. And I have these rubber bands that I'm still wearing because she wants me to wear them, of
You know
course, in
what?
the morning.
Don't. Sorry, the rebel in me
No,
says, "Fuck it, don't wear them."
I feel like I
I'm
don't
such
want
a
to, but
rebel, Kelly. It's bad.
I
I'm
get
like,
it.
you don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
That's the Scorpio in you, man. I feel like I've gotten into this routine of this regular routine where it's like, yeah, you got to put those back in. Like, I guess so, even though the space is closed, but go ahead and put them back in. But I go back on the 15th next month. And I know because now that shit is closed, that's my last like month of paying, like where the account would be done and over. And so therefore I won't be owing much of nothing anymore because it's going to be with the simple fact that you're going to be telling me about taking these off when I come back July 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We should be doing scans for retainers when I come back. Yeah. So with that being said, as we are in summer, what does summer mean to you? So what we wanted to do, you guys, is we have a yes and we have a no segment of things that, again, we're for it and shit that can just fuck off. So what does summer mean to you? What is your yes for summer?
Okay, so look, I'm a hermit, so I don't really need to be out of the house a lot, except for in my yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm nope on shit being too expensive, basically, especially in the summer. The gas, number one. We all know gas goes up every summer. It doesn't matter who's president. We have a war. We don't have a war. It always goes up, and this time it's going to go up. Whatever, it's going to go up more than usual this time.
Of
But
course.
yeah, so we have the gas, we have the airfare is high, we have the food is high, the groceries are high, the restaurant, everything costs too much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's my gripe, and there's no way to really make it funny. It just sucks. So yeah, that's what I'm nope about.
Well, that's your no. My yes, honey. Yes, I'm for it. I'm here for this. Okay, so my yes is for barbecues. I'm for the cookouts as long as it's not me doing this fucking cooking and I am invited to the cookout. That's my
Okay,
yes.
so a cookout where you're not involved in the preparation, to be clear.
Never.
Okay.
Yeah. You can order a cake and I'll bring that because you paid for it. But other than that, I'm
Because I'm gonna
here
have to
for it.
throw in a secondary nope to a barbecue that I have to do because I'm real good at it, but I'm over it. So yeah. Yes
Okay.
to other people doing it. For sure.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Another yes for me, because I don't get a chance to go often, but when I do, I make it a point of going. And that's the beach. I am yes for the beach trips because I don't do the public pool. Okay. I don't do that. I don't do the public pools. I'm not trying to do the public pools. I will not be buying a YMCA membership to be in their pool.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a
But I am
gazpacho full of strangers.
Yeah, I'm for the beach. You know, I grew up around the beaches. We had how many beaches? Every fucking which way you turn, there's water in Washington. So yeah, I'm for the beach. I'm for the beach. I'm for the water. The fucking no, I'm not for. I'm not for the motherfucking mosquitoes and those dragon. No, that's not what they are. What the fuck are they? Lantern flies. I'm not for them. Do you all have the lantern flies out there? Have they come your way?
I don't think so. We don't have much crazy here, honestly. Like
Huh?
when I would visit Minnesota in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, they had the horse flies,
Okay.
and they will take a bite out of you.
Yeah,
Like
horse flies ain't no joke.
Like there's a piece missing and tooth mark.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we're good here. We don't have anything weird.
These little fucking bugs, Amanda, they're first of all, they go through stages like a fucking butterfly. And they're not cool. They're all to eat up your vegetation. That's what they feed off of it. So they start out like these little black, small little bugs, you know, that you're like, get away. And then they get a little bigger and they're still black, but they got white polka dots on their back. This is before they become fully adult, like fucking give me a beer, I'm over 21. Then they become these winged bitches. And I'm talking about gray winged, and their body then turns red. And these fuckers are like, they flutter and they don't.
That's how you know they're in heat and they're ready to mate when they turn red, probably, huh? Like a baboon's ass.
Man, listen, all I know is that they can cling to you and you would not fucking know. You wouldn't even know they're on you. I know. So that's another reason why I bought the net, of course, for my garden out back, because they're ready for it. My neighbor hasn't started his garden yet. The one that lives next door to me that I told you about, that told me not to plant shit yet. He hasn't started nothing. But also, I don't know if he's going to start anything himself. So I'm not for them. That's a big fuck no. And one more thing, and I'm talking to you ladies, and I'm telling you right now. Okay, you can go online and buy your summer gear and dresses and all of that stuff. And you know, let's be clear. Lizzo made a path within, you know, body positivity. And I'm not shaming on you, but you can't keep wearing this type of Lysra material it's not fitting for you. It's not fitting. You need to have things of material on your body that is breathable so that you feel comfortable, because I don't know what you're trying to throw the fishing rod out and wheel it in and catch, but it just looks funky, and I'm not for that look this year. Stop it.
Yeah, I think people underestimate how much more alluring loose fitting comfortable clothing is or can be for many people.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yes.
everyone is attracted to tight clothing. Like, regardless of your body type, tight clothing is just not the thing. I mean, it has
Yes.
a
Right.
time and place, especially underclothes sometimes. But yeah, people really underestimate how much more interesting it is to deal
Right.
with somebody wearing loose fitting clothing that is comfortable for them, especially with the temperature. Like, when it's hot out, it doesn't make any sense to wear tight clothes to a certain extent. Like, are you running a marathon? Are you avoiding chafing? Like, what's the purpose to these bike shorts that you have on in this 100-degree weather?
And hot jean material too on top of that. Like
You know what?
don't
I'm not even behind jeans anymore, honestly. Like, like when you're a kid, they're cute. It's like it's the thing.
Mhm.
But are they really comfortable? I don't know. I don't find them comfortable anymore. It's like they're trying to get in on your crotch in this aggressive way. They're always trying to you know, rub up on you and be tight in the wrong places, and
In the wrong way.
I'm over
Unwanted
that. Like,
touching. Unwanted
a good
touching.
drawstring, you know?
Yoga pants, flowy, room, cotton, breathable, comfortable.
Yeah,
Yes,
the linen, the stretch velvet, give me all the comfort.
exactly. Exactly. So
And I'm
yeah.
attracted to people who are comfortable. I don't know. I just move in different circles, I guess. And so some people really they want a mate who is as uncomfortable as possible, from the heels to the eyelashes
Oh,
to
like a
the
Carrie Bradshaw.
tight clothes. They want it to be a whole sacrifice for beauty thing. Pain, beauty is pain. I don't
Pain.
subscribe to that.
Pain. Beauty is pain. Why do I sound like Mr. T? Pain. I feel like Mr. T from like Rocky 3. Pain. Ugh. I don't know. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you notice the blue waves moving on this backdrop?
Yeah, and I keep thinking there's stars, but that's just dust between my screen protector and my screen. I keep, like, seriously, I'm like, wow, it's like outer space, and I'm like, oh, that's just dust.
Ah,
Like you did some sort of Star Wars thing, but that's just on my phone.
yeah, that's on your end. And so therefore, I just finally realized and noticed that the background is actually the waves are moving and it's called blue waves, but I just
Oh,
thought it was just gonna be the design.
yeah, I see you moving.
I never paid it any mind until now. And that, my friends, is what happens when you vape. And so therefore, depending on
Well,
what
I
you
mean, you probably noticed them moving before and just assumed that it was just you, you know,
you
and
know,
you're just now realizing it's actually happening.
maybe that's possible. Yeah, because I just wanted to be like, whatever this is, I need to get another one of them because I feel like I made a good investment on this vape pen this time. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to go get one more of those tomorrow because if shit's not really moving, you think it is. This is money well spent.
It's the good shit.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm yassed about, though, is I've been eating the strawberries, but I'm super yassed about the stone fruit. Like, the stone fruit makes me so fucking happy in the summer, and I sometimes I forget how happy it makes me.
Hmm.
Like, I look forward to it, but I do. Okay, so I like to do this thing where definitely I'm buying cherries. Like, at least once during the summer, I'm going to buy the cherries and I'm gonna fucking eat the cherries, no matter
Hmm.
what it does to me the next day. That's in the way of violence in the lower region. I will still do it. But here's what I really love to do: the white nectarines. Kelly, have you ever had a white nectarine?
No.
Do you like nectarines, like regular nectarines?
I don't
The
mind them, but are they in the peach family?
Yeah, they're just they I used to think, oh, they're similar to a peach. I looked it up. They are a peach. They're just a fuzzless peach, literally. So genetically, they just had the fuzz removed.
Can I
So you're not
tell
into
you I haven't had peaches since pre-K?
You just don't like them, huh?
I got sick in school one day because of the oatmeal. It was peaches and cream oatmeal, and I told my teacher, I said, "You're gonna have to take those out." And she was like, I said, I don't eat peaches. And she
Have you
said she
literally
took
not had a peach since then? You know
she
what?
said,
I would try a white nectarine and just
okay,
very gingerly have a little bit and just wait an hour and see what happens, just to see what happens to you as an adult. Because this
okay.
shit is fucking good, man. It is like it's like honey. It's like tangy honey. And so I like to get the white nectarines and put them in a bowl, like at room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they smell, this is what I always forget, like how happy this makes me. The way they smell, like I put them like at my dining room table, and I can smell them 6 feet away from the couch.
Wow.
And it's just like it smells just I can't even describe it. It's like perfume. I don't like perfume, but it's like the just amazing perfume.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just always imagine like this if there is a food of the gods, it smells and tastes like this.
Okay.
So that's how I feel about the white nectarines. They're so fucking. I
Okay.
like the apricots too. I definitely get the apricots also. And all of that, like I just wait every year for all the stone fruits, and I like the plums too, but those come later.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
the white nectarines, the way it fills my whole house with that perfume. So that's my yes for the summer. That's like the thing I look forward to. And honestly, there are some years where you can't get apricots because
Mm-hmm.
of the way the blossoms work with the season and shit. But yes, it's about the white nectarines and the cherries. Yeah, and the just the berries in general. Looking forward to like the way they roll out. How it starts with the strawberries and it goes into the raspberries and then the blueberries. And
Okay.
then of course the blackberries, which from living here are an absolute you know invasive weed. But
And there's been a many of blackberries I have picked in Washington, especially
well,
with Ramonda making those pies. Do you remember?
exactly. Pick enough berries for a pie, and I will make you a pie. Yep.
A blackberry pie. We were picking them over by the mailbox, me and Brett.
And I remember there were these little gardener snakes, these little black gardener snakes
Yes. Yes.
with like a yellow stripe on them. And they would
Yeah.
and we get all freaked out and be like, no, we're done. And of course there's spiders always. And Brett was not our knight in shining armor. He was not gonna save us from any of these things.
He was like, I'm gonna leave. Like, you
Yeah.
fucker, these are for your mom.
Yeah. My mom would do the same thing, but she would typically make jam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And she would
Yeah.
bribe in different ways. She would bribe my friend Marie and Christy and I when we were at their house in Marysville. She would say, if you pick this amount of blackberries, I'll bring you to the park, like to the lake, because there were these lakes on a hot day that we always wanted to go to, but she would always
Mm-hmm.
use it as a bargaining, like I'll take
Yeah,
you there if
definitely.
you do this. And one year we were sick of it. We're like, I'm fucking sick of it. I want to go to the lake and I don't want to have to fucking pick the blackberries. So we pulled a little trick and we took the blackberries from last year out of the freezer and we filled the bucket with them. And then we went out and picked like a couple of inches of fresh berries and put them on top.
Wow. Devious.
She was
Devious.
she was pissed off and then she started laughing and she was like, you know what? that was pretty creative, you little bitches. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take you anyway.
Yeah. 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 Because you had to give credit where credit was due. That was definitely creative.
Yeah, it was devious and she didn't like that, but she liked how creative and it was. I mean, A to B. Sometimes you just got to get what you need, and you can't really do what's being demanded of you. You just need to get the thing you want, right?
You got to use what you got to get what you want.
And I think the hidden message was, if you still have enough from last year, what did you need us to pick these for?
Exactly.
Use those.
What is that? You
It's
didn't
hot.
even
We
use
wanna
what
go
we
to
have
the lake.
basically gathered from last year.
It's that she couldn't resist the bargaining chip. That's really, she didn't even need them, I'm sure. It was just like, oh man,
That's it.
I got them right
Yeah,
where I want
that's
them.
it.
I can't just let her
Yeah.
have it.
No, I'm not going to do this. It's not going to be easy. Definitely. Wow. Well, everyone,
Shit.
I hope you all have been entertained. This was our way of trying to break ground to bring you into our world just a little bit. And it's just a small dose of what you're going to get as the episodes continue to roll out. And again, listen, what other better duo to do this but someone that has known you, like I said, for over 36 plus years. So with that being said, we are going to come back. We'll definitely grace you with new content and a new episode. So be on the lookout for that. But you got to subscribe to the channel. You got to like, and you got to give us some feedback. Give us some comments. We love the love. Share it. Again, join the page, K Renee Show, right here. I'm here.
Yeah,
I can't
let us know
really.
what ruins your summer and what makes it. Yeah. Let us know
Definitely. Give us your yes and your no's for summer. Definitely in the comments. Share it with us. I don't really have much to tell you where I am. I'm here. I have a website. It is krenee.online. You can find me there. And that's pretty much it. I'm here. This is my baby now. And other than that, we're signing off. Enjoy your first
Good
day of
talking.
summer.
Come down the
Would you
rabbit
say-
hole with us next time.
Yeah, please do. Jump down, as Alice would say, following that white rabbit. Brought her into all kinds of little gifts and tricks and situations, but she came back, and we will too. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.